Okay, tubers, welcome to the super secret Stinkbugwerks, a division of Dr. Jet Laboratories. Today, we're looking at the super secret plans for the 12-inch challenge. And you can see what we have here is some 3/32 square basswood that's been bent to match this curve on this plan. And what this plan looks like is, well, quite frankly, it looks like a model airplane fuselage built out of sticks. You've seen these before. That's the plan for this. The super secret plan for Dr. Jet's 12-inch challenge is an outrigger, and the tub is going to be built like a model airplane. And get this, in order to add lightness, it's going to be covered in monocoat. So I'll build a stick frame out of 3/32 and 1/8 square basswood, and we will cover it. In fact, I'm thinking of using clear monocoat, maybe red clear, so it'll look red, but you can see inside. That is Dr. Jet's outside the box thinking for adding lightness. I'm going to do it like an airplane. Airplanes are light. This thing is going to be a feather. And what I'm going to do is I'm laser cutting a couple of motor mounts that I can slide in here. So I can just slide a motor mount in. If I don't like it, slide it out. And so, quite frankly, the monocoat would hold the motor mount from moving, and it would be braced up against this. We'll see. I'll probably just pick a motor mount I like and glue the darn thing in. Because I've got a couple of different 2030 motors, ones that have bosses on the end bells and ones that don't. Yeah, that's my water heater going off over there. Pay no attention to that. So there you go. I'm heading over to the laser cutter, and what I did, you're gonna love this, guys, and you'll see, but I'm making a former here and a former here on the hatch. And I'm going to use 1/16 balsa stringers and make a canopy bubble shape that will clear the motor. So it's going to be stringer construction like an old stick and tissue model airplane. So that's what I had laser cut, is these formers that are going to have these 1/16 balsa stringers, and it'll all get covered in monocoat. I'll waterproof all the wood. I'll put I'm thinking of using spar varnish on it. I'll build the whole thing and then shoot it with a lightweight coat of spar varnish, and then monocoat on the whole thing. And so this will get a little monocoat bubble on it. It'll be cool. People are going to look at me and think, what the hell was this guy thinking? Okay, there'll be more secret reports from the Stinkbugwerks, and I'll make these public after the competition. Jet out. Hello, tubers. Welcome to the Stinkbugwerks. This is another clandestine, highly secret video to be published at a later date once this becomes public information. Anyway, it appears Dr. Jet has completed one side of the airplane style tub, and he's going to be constructing the second half here soon. The low kV 2030 motor has arrived, but it has a somewhat different mounting. So the planned motor mount will have to get replaced. I'll just make a square out of plywood and drill these holes appropriately. Interesting the way the screws on this one mount on the boss. So the boss will be bolted to the piece of plywood, and it'll have this little gaposis here. I don't know. Maybe I should make a, well, looks like we get a little airflow through there. And I do like the fact that this motor includes a nice cooling fin arrangement. I took the label off. That's why the anodizing is gone. I wanted metal to metal contact there. So I'm thinking this motor will work. It also has a larger shaft. It might be 3 millimeters. It might be 1/8 of an inch. Stand by just a moment, and I'll dig here into my drawer of measuring tools, and I'll pull out the educated C-clamp. And the educated C-clamp tells me that this is zeroed in. Tells me that this is, it's 3 millimeters. Fascinating. Yeah, 3 millimeters. So I may wind up having to make a special coupler. So be it. Anyway, that's the latest from deep within the Stinkbugwerks. This video will once again be made public when the time arises. Until then, jet out. Good morning, tubers. Welcome to another clandestine video from the super secret Stinkbugwerks division of Dr. Jet Laboratories. Today we're going to talk about the progress on the 12-inch challenge. Last episode we looked at the tub sides. I might call these the fuselage sides. I've completed the basic work on the sponsons. They are eventually going to get a carbon fiber ride pad and this second carbon fiber tube. The reason I haven't put this carbon fiber tube in here yet is I'm going to build a setup board like I did before on the Dona rigger, if you want to look that up. And I'll have the sponsons properly positioned, and when I get the front sponson tube in, I'll feed the joiner tube in through there, and I'll mark on the sponson where the carbon fiber tube will go, and that way it'll match this, because this may or may not get built exactly per the drawing, and so I want to put the sponsons on, not per the drawing, but per the fuselage. So just for giggles, let's take a look at what we've got here weight-wise. Now realize this is going to get another carbon fiber tube and a carbon fiber ride pad, and that may add a little bit to it, but right now this is 5.16 grams, and the right sponson with the extra plywood bit on it is a whopping 7.3 grams. So realize each one of these is going to get a little bit more, but there's 13 grams. If we doubled it for the ride pads and all, that would be 26 grams, under an ounce for both sponsons. The fuselage side here, weighs in at a whopping 4¼ grams. So if I had 4¼ another 4¼ that would be, let's call it 9. And by the time you get all the other cross bracings, it'd probably double that. That would be 18 grams. So 18. Again, we're looking at under an ounce for the tub. So we're looking at 2 ounces maybe for the wood structure. You guys are going to be in trouble. 2 ounces for the wood structure. Yeah. Okay, guys. And then we talked about this. We're going to have, this is my hatch, and it's going to have little risers with 16th square balsa going, through these little slits in here. And then this is my transom. And right now, I'm thinking about bolting on that little micro rudder. But I may come up with something lighter weight than that. Maybe I can make a carbon fiber thing. So this may or may not be the transom when it all is said and done. We shall see. Until next time, jet out.